stop opening AI Etsy stores. At least stop until you've watched this 10-minute video. Let me explain the reality of AI and trying to sell AI on Etsy, and where most of you are going wrong week in, week out. There's so much going on here that you guys aren't aware of, and so many people on YouTube that are telling you, do AI, do this design, do that, you're gonna make money. It's garbage. Listen up to what I've got to say and then get into my comments with your thoughts at the end of the video. Let's do this. So to understand the fundamental problem with selling AI on Etsy, we've got to go back to the last revolution that did happen on Etsy, and that was print on demand, or POD. So back in 2014, 2015, if you were lucky enough to start POD at that time, it was a literal free-for-all. You could make so many sales and so much money. And because it was a brand new technology, the playing field for making sales was open. If you were first to it and you had half decent designs and you knew your way around a program to make those designs, you could make really, really decent money. Of course, that was 8 years ago, and those times have changed significantly now. So here is the problem with AI using print on demand as an example. So when people first started POD, it was a free-for-all, as I said. But now POD is everywhere. So if you type in any search you want, anything on Etsy to look for something, you're just going to see POD coming up all the time. So many print on demand products. There are so many sellers using this method. And the problem with print on demand is that sellers do not understand that POD hasn't made your job easier. So print on demand doesn't mean it's easier to sell. No, it's just as difficult as 20 years ago when you would have had to have the printing equipment, the printing presses, the computers, possibly staff to print t-shirts. Well, POD does that all for you now, so sellers think, oh, well, it's easy. No, it isn't. That production, all that manpower used to create t-shirts, as an example, has now been replaced by design. So design is your number one problem because design is all you've got. You don't have anything else. The same for AI. Design is all you've got, and it's your number one problem. So POD sellers think it's easy. It's not. It's actually harder. Just because someone's taken away the production, now your designs have got to be amazing. You've got to think about the niching and sub-niching you're getting into. And here is the problem with AI. So AI is a new technology, and very quickly it's come over to the e-commerce space. Oh, look, we can make money. It's easy. All we've got to do is type in prompts and make images, and then we can put these images onto products, and somehow we're going to make $10,000 a month, or these designs are going to do $5,000 a month. These are the things that I'm seeing on YouTube right now about AI, and it's absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me tell you guys something. Every day I speak to 20 to 60 clients every week coming to me with problems with their Etsy stores. Half of them are AI and POD. And both of those places or niche areas are hugely problematic. So let's see what this problem is with AI. So here's the thing with AI. It's one of those things where it's almost too good to be true. And it is too good to be true for the overwhelming number of sellers trying to open up AI-based stores on Etsy. Look, I'm not saying it can't be done. It can be done, and I'm going to tell you how to do that in a minute. But let's understand the fundamental problem with AI. AI is a new technology. It's a new technology. Print on demand was a brand new way to sell products. There's a difference. AI is the technology, POD is the product. So when you use AI, what are you going to do with your designs? You're going to take those designs and put them on POD products. This is old technology. This is nothing new. The only improvement here is the ability for, honestly, I'm being honest with you guys, thousands and thousands of Etsy sellers to knock out low quality, easy to make, easy to put onto print on demand products, designs that then just get pumped into Etsy stores. And this is a reality. And I know some of you are going to give me flack for this and you're going to say, no, Nick, you're wrong. I make this much with AI. I make that much with AI. I'm not saying AI cannot work. It can, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But before that, this is the reality. Etsy sellers taking designs from Midjourney, slapping them on t-shirts with minimal prompting to make the designs and posting them into Etsy stores left, right, and center. And there's a term going round in my niche of business. It's called Technicolor hell. So Technicolor hell is the designs that are going around. They're bright, they're garish, that you can just tell it's AI. And that's the fundamental problem. Low effort, you're not doing any work, you're just taking the designs and whacking them onto POD products. And the POD companies are also unwittingly complicit in the downfall of your Etsy stores that are not working with AI. Why? Because they give you 50, 100, 200 products to put these low effort designs onto to then sell and mistakenly think that you're going to make money when you clearly aren't going to make any money at all. And then finally, YouTube. There are at least 10, maybe 15 people on YouTube right now, all pumping AI and talking about $10,000 for this design will make you this XXX thousands of dollars. It's absolute rubbish. Anyone you see at the moment talking about thousands of dollars for AI, thousands of dollars in revenue for POD, just don't listen to it. It's rubbish. It's absolute garbage. These guys are not in the real world. They just want to make money off their revenue for their YouTube channel. That's it. It's absolute garbage. I deal with picking up the pieces for all these sellers that aren't making any sales at all using AI. So I've talked about this before in a short about AI saying don't open AI stores. I'm talking about it now. Don't open AI Etsy stores unless you understand the final piece of this video, which is how you actually can make money with AI. So let's get into that. So as I mentioned, you can make money with AI and you can make sales on Etsy using AI, but you've got to understand where to place AI in your production process of your products. AI is the base or beginning or template of your designs. So when you're creating designs, AI isn't the beginning, the middle, the end, and then you slap that design on a t-shirt. No, AI should be the beginning base template of what you're going to create. So that when you actually add work to those designs, and this is what makes money, it's the work. This is the bit that nobody wants to do. They just want to get AI to do all the work, slap the products on t-shirts and make money. It doesn't work. When you start to put work into the base design that AI produces for you, then the possibility of you making sales and money goes up. Let me give you a perfect example of a client that makes money with AI and how they did it. So what they did was they produced children's wall art for nurseries, kids' rooms, playrooms, and so on. And if you just put that into AI and then just take the designs that it gives you, they're all very generic. They all look the same. But what they did was they put an old-time spin on the designs. So rather than just having whimsical pictures of, giraffes and zebras or princesses or fairies or whatever, they put an old school feeling into those pictures. So old times, vintage times, times from times gone by, hundreds of years ago, almost like medieval. So there's a medieval twist on it. And that was very good. That was a proper twist to otherwise products that would not sell. So that took time to do. So do you see what I'm saying here? AI isn't a time saver. because you've got to put work into the designs that you create to make something that people actually want to part with their money for. So that example I gave you took time. A design would take up to 2 hours to do for one design. So this is how you need to be thinking with AI. It can make money, but you've got to put the work in to get it to sell. And this is not get rich quick. This isn't easy passive income or half passive. No, it's full-time work. It's full-on work. If you want to list one item a day, every day with AI, minimum of 2 hours work, maybe more, getting preparations ready for other designs as well. So you see, please don't listen to these people on YouTube saying that it's anything but difficult to do. If anyone says easy and AI in the same sentence, or easy $10,000 AI, just forget it, don't even watch it. So let me know your experience with AI. Let me know if you've been doing AI, how your store's going. Get into my comments. Tell me your problems with AI. Tell me your thoughts on AI. I can tell you guys straight, I deal with so many clients every week, 20, 30, sometimes more, that have got dead or failing AI stores. I know the problem is real. So let me know what you think about this video. Get into my comments and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.